Marc Skinner, Manchester United women's head coach. How does that sound?
That sounds the best. That's the best. I mean, that is only rivaled by me seeing my daughter after such a long period of time and my partner. But to have the privilege to be involved and to be the head coach of a team such as Manchester United, it's a wonderful day in my life and one that I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I imagine you're in a position now where you just want to get down to business and get on with the job in hand.
Absolutely. Look, I know some of the players, and for those that I don't yet know, I've been watching a lot about them and listening to the right stories and the right kind of things that I need to. So we've got such a great kind of vibe and energy around this club that I want to galvanise that and I want to continue to force it in the direction it needs to be as successful as this club can be, because it has the ability to be the most successful club in the world. And for me, we have to continue what the great work has already happened, already been put in place for some of the foundations. We have to continue to do that because, you know, it's this club, it seeks and wants success. It's throughout its history, and we want to create that. We want to continue the great work already done.
Yes, you touched on it there. The foundations are certainly here, aren't they? Fourth last campaign, just missed out on Champions League football. Really ready to kick on now, isn't it, this football?
It really is, and I think it was a unique kind of situation for me because we're at a place where we're at a club where we've set foundations ourselves, and to when the opportunity came to be at this club, it was just a kind of energy and commitment that we know we wanted to put over here and into Manchester United, because it has everything it needs to be successful, and we need to redirect a few kind of areas, a few energies, and then we're ready to go. And I think for us, the challenge of being here and the challenge for this team to take on that mantle, because you know people often say that to be at a club like Manchester United, there's an expectation of you, and for us, I think the players are ready for that. They've shown that in the past few seasons. They've shown that, you know, to get to where they are, to challenge into those fourth positions and give a real good account of themselves. They're ready to take that next step, and that's why we're here, because we want to take that next step with them.
You mentioned it earlier that there are players here that you know, some familiar faces. Will that help you selling into Manchester United?
It will, and I think what we pride ourselves on is getting to know everybody very quickly. And I think where we will always be is the people will take place over the player. And we get to know everybody as an individual, because once we do that, we know we're in it together. We want to create a team here that is so focused, and there's a synergy there that directs us to where we want to be together. So I'm going to get to know everybody inside out. I'm going to know what drives them, what motivates them, but also who they turn to when they need a little bit of solace. And so for us, although I know some of the other people prior, that was 2-3 seasons ago, and you know, people change. So I want to learn all about what their journeys have been, and that's going to be where we start, so that we can show them how much energy and commitment we have to them to build a real special team here.
Last time you were in the WSL with Birmingham, 4th place finish, FA Cup finalists. Do you feel like you've got unfinished business in the WSL?
Absolutely. We did that at club, and look, Birmingham was a special club because it gives so much kind of freedom for you to develop who you are as a person. And you know, we were challenging right with the teams at that time, and for us now to have a platform with a club like Manchester United, we know where we've got to be, we know what we've got to do, but you know, we left abruptly, and now it's time to come back and reset our goals and our targets to where this club needs to be, which is challenging for championships and making sure that we're in finals and winning finals and stuff. That's where we're looking to head, and to support the players throughout that process is going to be key for us. But yeah, the unfinished business will be finished here, hopefully.
And that's very much one of your ambitions then, to win titles, win trophies, and have that winning mentality here at United.
It's in the hallways here. Everywhere we walk, it squeezes success out of the people that walk through the door. I mean, just speaking earlier to everybody, I feel the commitment to the women's game, to grow it even bigger than, you know, the women's game is in a wonderful place and it can continue to grow, and we obviously want to be part of that, a leading force in driving the women's game forward. So for me, I feel galvanised and super energy within within the walls of what we're doing here. So the fabric of Manchester United is success. The fabric of Manchester United is playing attacking, exciting football. So for me, that's what I'm here to do. That's the whole reason I've moved my family back over to England, to do that with this club, because it inspires me when I walk around here and just speak to even the cooks earlier who brought our food. It feels like home, and that's a wonderful feeling for me to be part of, and that's what I make sure our players feel every day when they walk in the building.
Yeah, you touched on it there. What kind of Manchester United women's side can the fans expect? What can they see with you at the helm?
One that plays every second for the fans, one that plays every second for the ambition of the club, but also has a togetherness that's already been started to build. Like, it's been a wonderful togetherness watching some of their performances, and so I want to continue to build on that, and I want to continue to grow on and off the field, because I think it's important that we have a bigger say in where women's football is heading. And I think that the wonderful women that I get to work with every single day are a great example of people who are professional, who drive standards in everything that they do. So for us, I think that's where we have to head, and that's where we make sure we do head.
It's an exciting time for the WSL in general, isn't it, with the new broadcast agreement. It's a great time for you to come back to the WSL and have a real impact on it.
Do you know what? It's been crying out for a long time for the investment in kind of the structure and so on, and now it's here. Of course, timing might be everything, but for us, I'm coming back into a league that we've been watching from afar, and we've seen its growth even in the short time that it's been going, that we've been gone. But for us, it was that growth was always going to happen. Coming to Manchester United was whether that was there or not was never going to be the deciding factor. It's always going to be this club that it feels like when I need to be in a place where we know we can deliver the success that we want, it feels right at this club, and a big person I'm feeling. It feels like here we can achieve what we want to achieve, because it's just a club with outstanding support, outstanding expectations, and I think that's what that drives you to success, and that drives the players to commit everything every day. And that ethos is something we're going to live strong, and then it will just happen to be on social media. So, it's always going to happen, but I just want to know that this special club is the reason we returned. This club is the reason we returned.
You'd think if it had maybe been another club, you maybe would have been a bit more reluctant to come back to England, because it's a big decision, isn't it, to move your family all the way across the Atlantic again?
Huge. Look, we had a real bad time during COVID, as everybody did, and I didn't see my family for 9 months, and that was a big dividing factor in kind of where we looked at what was our next options. But when this became available, there was no other option. This was the club that we wanted to be at. This is the club that we feel we can meet our ambitions at, because, as I say, when I've been in and around it, instantly I get like tingles down my spine, because it has an energy and an aura, and that's been created way before me. I just want to add to that. But with the players, I want them to know that we're going to give them everything. We are here every day for them to trust, to develop them, to make sure we put ourselves on the platform to continue success and build on the success of this wonderful team.
And imagine you're eager then to get onto the training pitch and have an impact with those players.
I cannot wait. Honestly, I haven't coached for 2 weeks. I cannot wait. My energy, it's going to be bubbling. They might have to contain me a little bit, especially if I have a coffee in the morning. But it's going to be at a point where I look forward to seeing people's faces. I look forward to seeing smiling people that know which direction they're heading in. And when you direct a team and you have that, you can feed off the energy of people. And that's going to be the biggest fact for me, because we like to give energy, but we also like to receive it. And already knowing, having spoken to most of the players, we already get the sense of that. And the feedback being this week is they're really excited to get to work with us, but I can tell you they're nowhere near as excited as we are to get to work with them.
Group season starts against Liverpool at the weekend. There's no better game, is there, really? United, Liverpool, the old rivalry. It's a great opportunity for you and your team to really put forward your playing style and really kind of get the players used to it?
Absolutely. Look, there is no better start. I don't think, maybe Manchester City, but in this point, for us to have a kind of building block in place, we already have things that we think is wonderful with this group and that we're going to keep, and there are things that we'd like to adapt and evolve and continue to grow in the way that we see it. And that will continue, but to start against Liverpool on Sunday is going to be a wonderful place for us, because we get to see a quick exposure to how the players understand what we want them to do in an instant. And from there we can obviously then put the building blocks in place to how we see the team playing going forwards. But it's a great start, looking forward to playing that game.
When the season comes around, it's Reading at home, then it's newcomers Leicester away, and then it's the champions Chelsea back at home. 3 big games to really get your teeth into.
That's what we're here for. Big games. This club wants to be in the biggest of games. It needs to be in the biggest of games. So for us, every game is different. The beauty of the FAWSL is that you are tactically challenged a lot more. So we have the exposure to watch, learn and expose ourselves to these different challenges. Reading have been a constant throughout the time that I was even at Birmingham, and then Leicester obviously have been really successful last year, and then you bring the champions. So I'm looking forward to every one of those challenges, and I know the players will be prepared and ready for each one of those challenges too.
The fans here at United are a very passionate bunch. They'll be delighted to see you in the dugout. I imagine you'll be equally as delighted to be out there in front of them.
They're the best part for me. Apart from working with the players every day, seeing the faces of the people that hold your dreams and you hold their dreams in your hands, we sync that energy. And I think I want them to continue to bring that. I've listened from afar. I've heard their fans, even on the audio that they try and blank out in America. You could hear the noise of the fans. And that's another reason we're here. We want support. We want the growth of this club on the women's side to continue in the trajectory that's planned for it, because the part of the excitement was off the field, was listening to the plans for the club going forwards. It was mesmerising, and that's what we want to continue to give the fans, and they are what will help us get to that point. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait to speak to them. I cannot wait to perform in front of them, but also make sure that we give them as much as we can so they enjoy coming to watch us play.
Yeah, because the fans can really be a 12th player, can't
Absolutely.
they? And really spur you on in your first campaign here at United.
Absolutely, and we're going to need them in there's going to be moments where we might not be on top form every single time. We need to win, and so they drag you with them on that journey and give us that extra breath when we need it, and that'll be the most important for the players. Look, I know the players talk highly of the fans, but for us, they are part of us. So you talk about the 12th player, they're in the squad. So we've got a big squad going away to these games and playing. So I can't wait to have them and invite them in.
Marc, congratulations on your appointment here at Manchester United Women. We're all delighted to have you here, and the very best of luck to you and your team for this campaign.
Thank you very much, and I can't wait to get out on the field and work with everybody and be part of this wonderful family, because ever since I've been here it's felt like that, and for me it's going to be a special place, and hopefully we can build special things here.